Hey there foodies! Welcome to today's episode where we're going to talk about the top 10 dishes that were created by mistake but ended up being loved by millions around the world. These dishes may have started as kitchen accidents, but they turned out to be some of the most delicious and iconic dishes we know today. So, sit back, grab a snack, and let's dive into the world of culinary mishaps. But before we move on, please help my channel grow by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and commenting down below on what topic would you like me to discuss next. Welcome to Talk About It, and let's start. Starting off our list at number 10, we have chocolate chip cookies. In the 1930s, Ruth Wakefield, the owner of the Toll House Inn, was making a batch of butter drop cookies when she realized she was out of baker's chocolate. She substituted it with a broken-up piece of a Nestle chocolate bar, expecting it to melt and mix into the batter. Instead, the chocolate held its shape and created the first chocolate chip cookie. And the rest, as they say, is history. At number 9, we have the sandwich. Yes, the classic sandwich that we all know and love. According to legend, the sandwich was invented by John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich, in the 1700s. Montagu was a gambler and didn't want to leave the gaming table for a meal. So, he asked his cook to prepare him a meal that he could eat with one hand. The cook put some meat between two slices of bread, and the sandwich was born. At number 8, we have the croissant. This flaky, buttery pastry was created in the late 1600s in Austria. According to legend, the croissant was created to commemorate the defeat of the Ottoman Empire's attempted invasion of Vienna. The shape of the croissant, crescent-shaped, symbolizes the crescent on the Ottoman flag. At number 7, there is our beloved chicken soup. Chicken soup is a classic comfort food that has been around for centuries. But did you know that it was actually created by mistake? In the olden days, chickens were boiled to make broth. The meat was then added to the broth to make a soup. One day, a cook accidentally added some vegetables and seasonings to the broth, and chicken soup was born. At number 6, we have the sweet and innovative waffle. Waffles were originally created in ancient Greece as a way to cook cakes over an open fire. The waffle iron was invented in the late 1700s, and the modern-day waffle was born. Waffles have come a long way since then, and now come in a variety of flavors and styles, from sweet to savory. At number 5, we have what is arguably the best thing to happen in the sweet cuisine, chocolate. Chocolate, in its solid form, was actually created by mistake. In the early 1900s, chocolate makers were trying to create a liquid chocolate that could be used for drinking. They added too much cocoa butter to the chocolate, causing it to solidify. And voila! Solid chocolate was born. At number 4, we have French onion soup. This classic soup was created by accident in the 1800s by a French chef who was trying to make an onion broth. He caramelized the onions and added bread and cheese on top, creating the first French onion soup. This dish has been a staple in households and diners ever since. At number 3, we have children's favorite and the cure to summer's hotness, ice cream. Yes, the sweet and creamy treat that we all love. Ice cream was actually created by mistake in China over 2,000 years ago. People were storing ice and snow in caves for later use, and they discovered that the ice and snow mixed with fruit juices and syrups became a delicious treat. This accidental discovery eventually led to the creation of ice cream as we know it today. At number 2, we have the cocktail, specifically the Martini. The Martini was allegedly created in the late 1800s by a bartender who was trying to make a gin and vermouth drink for a patron. According to legend, the patron requested the drink to be very dry, and the bartender added a splash of vermouth and a hint of orange bitters. The Martini was born, and it has since become a classic cocktail. At number 1, we have one of the most beloved fast food items of all time, the hamburger. The origins of the hamburger are somewhat murky, but one story credits a German immigrant, Charles Negreen, with inventing the hamburger in 1885. According to legend, Negreen was selling meatballs at the Seymour Fair in Wisconsin and found that customers were having trouble eating them while walking around the fair. He placed the meatball between two slices of bread, and voila! The hamburger was born. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 beloved dishes that were invented by mistake. Who knew that some of the world's most beloved dishes were created through happy accidents? I hope you enjoyed this fun and tasty journey through culinary history. Until next time, bon appetit!